about that. We're running 10 minutes late, so. I was going to say, it's been like maybe...
Can I have your phone?
You cannot have my phone. You can have my iPad.
Can I have your iPad after? Just refresh it.
I already did. It's good. Good gravy. My hair looks crazy.
Gravy.
I need a haircut. I swear.
Haircut too?
Yeah.
Hey,
But I actually have hair.
And Vanessa, how you doing?
Hi, pretty ladies.
Yeah. So we've got the new desk set up. Sorry, we're running
Kind of a shit show today.
shit show?
No, you're a shit show.
Fucking shit. Sorry. It's been a mad rush. But
What cracks me up is it's a mad rush, and you're rushing, and you're like, give me this and give me that. And I'm like close to murdering you. And then we're finally all set up, and you go outside and smoke a cigarette. And I'm like, motherfucker.
I need a break. Should I get weed instead?
No, you should just have turned on the TV. The TV.
Weed, by the way.
Should have turned on the phone.
Everything was set up. And this thing took me and my neighbor an hour and a half.
Thank you,
To
Ian.
get in this house.
Hashtag.
If you're into woodworking, they say measure twice.
Measure twice and cut
Cut
once.
once. Well, in this
That's not just for woodworking. That's for life in general.
there's a bug in here. Sorry. It's gonna try to
Squirrel.
face.
Okay.
Anyway, measure twice, cut once. I actually had to cut the end of the table.
You did.
It's all built in one big piece, so it's funny. Hey, David, what's happening?
And you couldn't really assemble it in here because it would have made a hot mess.
Yeah, it would have been a shit.
My garage
But
is still like
this is our
recovering.
new little setup. We've got more space. This will eventually come down onto a table behind here, which is nice. It'll give us even more space. We can spread out. I'm getting some new mic stands, some like mic cables, so it'll give us a little bit more.
Always
kind of
something.
elbow room.
Always something that you can improve, right?
Absolutely. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
I was about to be like, you gotta drink.
But yeah, this was last weekend's project. I just need more space, right? Just
Yeah.
to spread out a little bit more.
Well, once we get the other cameras and we're facing, we don't have to be so squished.
Right. You'll see
And so that kind of made a little bit of a challenge tonight because we're using the phone still because you don't have the OBS connected yet.
Right.
And then we had to figure out like how to make the cord long enough. This was down and then it had to move.
Call neighbors and asking Ian. And like, what?
Ian was our hero several times today, moving the table,
Yep.
bringing along cord,
Bringing beer.
and getting me some alcohol.
You can't ask for
So
better
Greg
than
is
this.
really good about preparing himself and getting beer. And then he's like, what are you going to drink? I'm like, motherfucker, you got beer. Why didn't you give me something? Well, you got you something.
I've bought you multiple. She doesn't go to the grocery store.
I
go to the
don't.
grocery
That's why it's your responsibility. When you buy your
store. I'm just gonna
alcohol.
start buying like 40 cases.
When you buy your alcohol. No Trulies, White Claws.
No laws.
No laws.
Oh, I've got a
6%.
story that I won't tell this weekend. This
Uh-oh.
week for the White Claws.
Oh, no.
It's not mine.
It's not mine.
Family member.
No, we're not going to share that.
I want to, though.
We're not.
You know who I'm talking to.
We're not going to share that. We were all young and
Reach out, find
Temptation.
Temptation Island.
Well, now you made me forget the word. It was something about being youthful and reckless.
My mic isn't on. Hang on. Is my mic
Eureka!
on now?
It's got to be plugged fuck in.
Shit. Is my mic on? Mic.
Let me see.
Sorry, guys.
Let me hear. Go. Talk.
It should be on now.
You're on. I can hear you.
It's back on. Sorry, guys. We literally just set this up so you're hearing.
Not we. You should
I
have
had
just
such
you
a
should
good
have just-
opening monologue.
You
I'm
should have just
kidding.
left it for Saturday.
No,
saying.
I got a wild hair up my ass.
This
and I
is
needed
the
to do
story
this.
of my life with you. I'm going to do it now. How about you wait? No, I'm going to do it now. How about you wait? No, I'm going to do it now.
But I'm going to keep you on your toes. That's why you love me. That's
Hmm.
why I keep you young and.
What did you call me 54 earlier today?
I said she looks.
You
she's
said
got
I had
great
good
legs for a
54-year-old. And I said hashtag not getting any.
Fuck that. She's got great legs for a 34-year-old. And she really does. So, hey, I want to start out this episode. This is going to get a little bit serious for a minute. I'm going to get on a little bit of something here. But we work with a very big company, and there's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of people we just don't know, right?
We don't know a lot of people.
Yeah. It's a very, very big company, but I'm going to talk to kind of the just everybody out there. And really what I want to bring up is today's big topic is mental health awareness. I'm just going to throw this out there right away. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255.
But you and I are also available at any time.
That's what I'm going to get to here in a second. We're always available, but somebody committed suicide this past couple of days. And I really want to just reiterate, check in on your friends, check in on your family. It's one of those things that there's a lot of tough times going on right now. I know this is a very, very much supposed to be God bless you, a fun show, and it is a fun show, but when tough things come up and difficult conversations come up, I'm not going to be afraid to have. I'm not going to
shy away.
Absolutely. So continue to check up on your friends. With the continued lockdown, and required social distancing, there's a lot that's mentally happening to people. I feel the stresses of it working from home. And it's different for me perhaps than it is for somebody else. And maybe you, Beth, it's like we're isolated. We're kind of on an island, but we're not. We can be connected. Spread this show, do whatever. I really want this to become a family thing, and you know what I mean? And just sharing it. So just know if you're thinking about suicide and you're thinking about you're just if
you're having a down day that seems a little bit more difficult than other days.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you're
and
you have people in your life that think and care about you even when you don't think you do. So
you absolutely 100% do. So I just want to reiterate again, National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255, or we're available. I don't give a shit if I don't know you. Yeah. And you watch this for some reason, or you see this for some reason, reach out. Facebook, whatever. We'll do it.
Message.
Yeah, I don't care. We'll do whatever we need. There's a lot of organizations that I can get you connected to. If you're a veteran, I know a lot of organizations. There's the Drinking Bros groups that I can get you linked up with. So
there's always outlets. I think that sometimes people get so desperate they don't think they're outlets, but they're always outlets.
Right.
You just have to reach out.
100%. So that's our big topic of the week that I just really wanted to reiterate.
What you didn't say was go and visit the Bars Open with Beth and Greg on our Instagram page.
Yes. So we'll just kind of reiterate that. But yes, please go out, visit the Bars Open with Beth and Greg on our Instagram page.
Bars Open with B and G, or is it Beth and Greg?
It's Beth and Greg.
Okay.
That's just
that's your abbreviation?
Abbreviation, so I didn't have to write out Beth and Greg because Bars Open's that fucking long.
It is.
So I did look up trying to get another website or another link to it, like doing TBOI or something like that. There's actually there's a cartoon out there. It's got TBOI.
What if you do it with TBOI WBG?
I haven't thought about that. That's a shit ton of acronym. That's an acronym. I haven't thought about that one. But anyway, I thought about it, and so go check that out, please.
TBIO.
What TBIO? Yeah, that works. Whatever. You have the same shirt? Oh, it's not today's Satan shirt.
What same shirt? Oh, who has?
Who said that? I saw somebody. Oh, Angie said she has the same shirt.
Nice. Yeah. That was supposed to be my shirt.
Supposed to be hers.
But it was way too big.
They only had the large in it.
Yeah.
And
I tried it on and then it looked like a dress.
Girl. Yep. A medium or a
small, medium and men's. Yeah.
Yeah. $5. Walmart. $5 Walmart.
$5.
So
Thank you. Holla.
Check it out. Go get it. This is the new table, Jeff, man. Yeah. Took me last
I was surprised because I thought that you were going to sand it.
I really made it. I was going to.
You made a last minute decision that you wanted it in here now and you didn't want to wait to sand it and stain it a different color.
There's a very specific reason. Right.
You were impatient. You're a very impatient man.
I'm impatient, but
I love you, but you're impatient.
There was a reason. Because I want to get an American flag put on the front. Similar, instead of doing it on the end. We're having a new sign made by a guy up in New Hampshire, actually. It's going to be the bar is open. It's going to sit right back here. It's going to say the bar is open with Beth and Greg. And it's going to have the date, the very first date not our first date, the date we started the show.
That was a flipping long time ago.
It was a fucking long time ago. So it's going to have the date on it. So it's going to actually be kind of
It's going to represent us and when we started this.
Yeah, so it's just kind of fun, right? So it's going to be that, but I was thinking the two tones might actually go together. And then I was like, if I redo this thing again, I have to rake the backyard. Like the fucking squirrels.
Oh, here we go. The life that is rough. # rough life, Gregory.
And a pecan tree. And those fucking things are everywhere.
They are everywhere. I was pissed because I was walking down this morning. I was like,
all the rock that I put out there, they're staining.
They're getting stained.
They're staining the stones. The stones that I laid.
Leave your hat alone.
I had to itch my head.
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
Anyway, so I figured let's just do it.
Because if you got rid of the squirrels, you'd like take 90% of life's happiness away.
No, I wouldn't get rid of the squirrels.
I know.
I'll cut that fucking
You're not cutting that tree down. Don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous. We got a long show. We got a lot of things to talk about. So, hey, Ian.
Can't be that long. I'm starving to death.
Ian, thank you so much for helping me bring this fucking table in. Like I said,
Ian's the best neighbor ever.
I had to cut off the corner of it. We could not get it in the door.
It looks good though. I like it.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit.
I think you
just
need to sand it and stain that piece of it.
I'll figure it out. I'm gonna add I'll add some little stuff.
Worked out well.
There. Yeah. So anyway, it was a little thing. Regis Philbin died.
I know, and I watched Kelly Ripa for a little while on Monday because she follows the case at News at 9 that I watch, which is like an hour-long show. And she was legit. You could tell she'd had a rough weekend. Like, she had still, you could tell she'd been crying. And they were talking about it, and her voice was quivering. And I was like, I got to change it. I can't do it.
That dude,
he's been around forever.
Like, I remember when it was Regis and Kelly, right?
But he's only 88, which is crazy because I thought he was so much older than my dad. You wouldn't know it. You would think my dad is older, but...
I think he just had that dude had a great life. Go back and just Google Regis Philbin's life.
For how old he was,
he did some amazing cool things.
He's not as good as what's the older woman from Betty
Kathy
White.
Gifford.
Betty White is almost 100 and she's still sharp as a tack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's still banging dudes. I
think they said she's going to be
the next. What's happening?
She's going to be the next Jeopardy host. After Alec Trebek, when he has to miss, she's going to be his
bullshit, right?
It was on the news. If it's on the news, it's real, right? I mean, it's #truth.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. #truth.
#truth.
#truth. True news, not fake news. True news.
That's worse than #truth.
Yeah.
But so I feel like he really had his wits about him. I did see an interview recently that I was kind of wondering, is his age finally catching up with him? Because it was, I think it was the 10 or 20 year anniversary of Become a Millionaire or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
How to Become a Millionaire.
How to Become a Millionaire, yeah.
He was the original host, and they were talking to him, and he kind of just had this faraway look in his eyes, but he then came back and was answering questions, and so I don't know. I mean, I was going to say he's not as bad as somebody else that's trying to run for president, but he was... He kind of had that same...
But that's okay. I mean, the dude was old. He was 80 years old. But he had an amazing
Did you
life.
ever find out, did he pass away in his sleep?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't either.
But dude, if I can live to 88, fuck.
101.
I'm all about it.
101.
You're going to spend all of our money.
101. Bitch, we ain't got no kids. Of course I am.
Going to buy a sail. I thought all of our nieces and nephews were going to... Nope, fuck it.
They'll get what's
Give
left.
It all away.
They'll get enough to pay for their kids' college.
Buy a boat. Go down to the Caribbean.
I'll hire some fine men to sail that
what do
boat.
they call
I might be 90 years old, but I can appreciate a fine man at 90.
MILF, but you're not
I don't want to be a MILF.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a whiff.
I'm trying to think of what is it?
Widow, I'd like to.
Somebody that's not had kids. A wilf?
Widow, I'd like a widow.
I just got it. Took a second there.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't be that either. Can you imagine? Ew, gross.
Fuck it. Whatever.
No, I won't fuck it. Thank you.
Google's working from home until July of 2021. But I did hear.
Oh, Google. I thought you meant Google GTS it, not Google is actually working. So they're going to go another year.
Yeah, they're going a year from now.
I feel like we probably won't be far behind that.
But I did see something that said, or I heard something that said a vast majority of their workforce already works from home because you have technical people.
Right. And you have people working 24/7 for them.
Right.
And yeah.
So
I feel like because what they keep saying is that this will probably continue to climb until June. I don't think I believe it. But
what do you mean? Corona?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Like we're going to, like springtime is when we're finally going to peak.
Yeah.
And then decidedly start to decline. So I feel like we probably will be working from home until
I was kind of thinking
June.
that too. So our office, we're going to be working at least until end of December.
At minimum,
right.
end of December.
And I think it's going to be very slow roll for there.
Yeah. And so even if they start letting people go back to the office in January, but it's funny because my boss and I were talking because I had a meeting with her today. Yeah. And I said I was laughing because I was thinking, I keep swearing I want to go back to the office at least 2 times a day. I'm going to go back to the office and be like, this is bullshit. I had to get up at 6. I had to get dressed. I had to put makeup on. I had to do my hair. And now there's junk food everywhere. I just need to go back home. And she was laughing. I was like, that's what's going to end up happening.
You know what I thought? So we have a thing at work where you can use your card.
It's ridiculous.
To charge food. So on average, it was like $60 every 2 weeks for me.
For me, because I also bought a lot of stuff at the company store.
But if you just did food, it was probably around the end. So
I usually spend about
we have a thing. What do you
$125.
guys do? And I posed this to my team today because I think we have a conversation about this. Like you brought this up to my attention. Like, what are you guys doing during the work week? If you're working, hopefully you're working. But what are you doing during the work week to kind of mix things up? Like we do Jersey Mike's. We might have brought this up.
We have some. I brought this up to my team.
Was that what it was?
Last week, I said, "What rituals have you gotten into?"
Right.
Since having to work from home and life is so structured right now because you can't just do whatever. And I was like, God, we're ridiculous. We get Jersey Mike's on Thursday. Mm-hmm. We usually pick up dinner on Thursday night, and we get Crumble cookies. Which, if you have never had Crumble cookies,
if you have them around you.
A lot of people have them around them now.
Right.
It will change your life. I swear on my mother's grave, it will change your life. But we get Crumble cookies on Thursday. And it's just, I eat Pringles every morning. Like literally I get a serving of Pringles when I get my Strike Force and I come in this office and I have my Strike Force and my Pringles.
If you don't know what Strike Force, it's like a great
it's an energy drink that's mostly like B vitamins and natural
packet.
That
exactly.
You put it. So it goes in water, so it'll help hydrate you. I'm not a coffee drinker. I love how it smells. I hate the way it tastes.
Right.
I basically drink sugary milk with a splash of coffee. If I drink,
if you have a coffee, yeah.
Frappuccino literally is probably sugary milk,
mostly,
with a splash of fat. But
so what I was getting at is, what the fuck was I getting?
You were saying that you were talking with your team to see if they also
what kind of things they do. And
there
was another point. You got me all distracted.
Blame me for not being able to keep yourself in line, but it was for rituals.
It wasn't it was just about doing. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. Damn it. I hate it when that happens.
Nobody can help you but you, bro.
Wah, wah.
Nobody can help you but
you. Know what I do like is sitting over here, I can have my mic directly in my face.
I like this.
And I can see you easier, and I'm not turning my head. I can look at the camera.
I can't wait till we get the regular camera so we can actually, because it's such a struggle to be like, do I look at them? Do I look at him? Do I look at them? Because I want to talk to you, but I need to talk to you. So,
right. So anyway,
so I was thinking. So we were, yesterday you were like,
Jenny,
I feel like we need to mix it up a little. Let's get something else. We're getting La Madeleine for lunch tomorrow.
Oh shit, we haven't had La Madeleine in a long time.
And since March, I haven't had that bitch in 4 months.
French dip for me with some chips.
Have you guys? So it's mostly a Texas thing. It's mostly a Texas thing, and now Phoenix has one in downtown
or in the fucking airport.
They do have it in the airport, but they have one.
Like, why do you put it in the airport?
Because a lot of people pass through there. Yes. But they now have one downtown as well that we never ate at because it opened literally right before we moved back. But La Madeleine is a French little bistro that has just delicious food. And I could eat their Caesar salad with grilled chicken and their tomato basil.
Oh, yeah, the soup. Yeah, that's
with
dope.
Sourdough slices.
And all their white bread things.
There's probably a reason why I haven't had it because I eat like 15 slices of the damn bread.
I remembered. No, our card used to be like $60, but now I thought about it and I added it up. It costs $31 every week when we get just Jersey Mike's.
$31 a week or a month?
A week. It's $31 to get it DoorDash to our house.
Oh, because we're paying
for 2 sandwiches.
We're paying for the DoorDash. So we're paying the service fee.
Well,
it's about right. It's $60.
So $120.
But really, if you think about it, then it's only 30 and 30 because we're splitting it. It would normally have been $120 if we just go with food.
Okay, so do 30. Okay, that made me feel better. And now I was like, holy shit, we're spending basically the same amount.
Oh no, I used to worry about
Casey,
that too.
what's going on, dude?
I used to worry about that too.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Happy Wednesday.
Hump day.
Welcome to the Bars Open with Beth and Greg. I got it right this time instead of Beth and Greg.
Did you drink?
No.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how long. I mean, you're going to be like 50, and I'm
really going to have to do something with dude standing right off camera.
I thought you were going to put him back here, and he was going to be a permanent figure.
I got to move some stuff around. We've got.
But I think you're going to have to put him behind me if
TV's
we're going to have
going
cameras.
over there.
If we're going to have cameras.
So if you see the TV right behind Beth, we're going to be moving around the set.
So I don't know if I shared with you again that again I had my camera on in a meeting. Now, granted, it was just my team meeting, and somebody was like,
"Do you have a dude standing?
Do you have a mannequin behind you?"
Ian said he came in to get the. I had a tape measure in here. He came in and he goes, "The dude scared me."
But they were like, "Do you have a mannequin?" I was like, "I don't have a mannequin." And I was texting with a girlfriend on the side, and she was like,
"Kevin, cheers, dude."
Who is that? And I was like, "It's Christian Grey." And I was like,
"It's what's it say?
Not today,
Not
Satan."
Today, Satan. It does look like a rad racing
a what?
T-shirt. Do you remember the? Oh,
give me
a second. I need a pen.
Don't steal my pen and keep it.
I'll just add this to the list. We have a little topic that we're going to talk about here in a couple minutes. I need a pen.
So, anyways, we're in there, and the girl decides in the Skype meeting.
What's happening?
She's like,
"What's going on, Dan?"
If you move, what? How was I saying? Oh no,
Cheers.
I was talking about if I go back to the office. And she was like, "Are you going to bring Christian Grey with you?" And people were like, "What?" And I was like, "It's Christian Grey behind me." And one of the girls was like, "I knew it!" And they were all like, "Tell us the story." And I was like, "I'm not telling you the story.
I'm not allowed to.
I'm not telling you the story."
Go back and
We're
watch
in a work conference call. I'm not telling you the story.
Podcast.
Was that you?
It was my foot.
Okay, I thought it was one of the dogs. But so
you gotta get used to the space.
So I used to worry about how much we were spending on DoorDash and all that shit.
Right.
I don't even care anymore. Grimaldi's to my door, I will pay $70. It's not $70. It's like $40, but
it is. Well, no, it's 70.
We pay $70 when we go there because we drink alcohol. Having it delivered here is like $45, so we're still saving.
Judy, what's happening? Glad you're on.
And we're getting that on Saturday as well. Like I've already planned out food for.
Mario's drinking Buffalo Trace whiskey. Nice, dude. It's a whiskey. I've never had it.
It's so funny because all the drinks, all the books I read in, they drink whiskey or scotch. I was like, I feel like I need to start drinking whiskey and scotch because all the rich people. Let's do it.
The rich people, huh?
I probably would get shit-faced and stupid.
But they drink like one. Can you
unless they're having a bad day.
Are you able to do that?
Well, I've had one glass of wine and I'm buzzing because we don't ever eat before this shit. So I'm always like, woo, I'm feeling awesome. Wait, I did love you instead of rock. But yeah, I could probably
I love you.
But I want, if we're going to do scotch, I want good scotch. I don't want.
So throw up some good scotch. Casey said
Macallan is a good scotch.
You got a whole. Yeah, I know. I got a
30-year Macallan. Hello.
Like a 40-year Maker's
It's funny I don't drink it, but I know the expensive stuff like off the top of my head.
You've had Macallan. You had a 15-year. You've had
Johnny Walker Blue. I had in
Johnny Walker Blue.
Oh, that was horrible. It was so expensive. And so tell the story. So we're in.
Dude, we're way off the fuck topic.
I know, but we were in.
This is gonna be the night we're going off topic.
We were in
we'll get there.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
We're in Puerto Vallarta, and we met this Irish dude.
We're in Puerto Rico.
Was it Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were somewhere, not here. And we met a guy that literally his backside was the color of Greg's shirt. I'm not even
Irish dude.
Like his neck and his arms and his legs. Like we didn't even see his back, but like literally from Ireland.
And he worked in Boston. He was a longshoreman.
He was a longshoreman. Super nice guy. And I don't even know why.
He was a mafia dude.
Didn't he say he used to be part of what's the Irish?
He was some Irish, not the IRA, but.
No, it was the IRA. I think it was the IRA. I think it was. But super nice guy. I got a little. When I get drunk and you tell me shit,
he bought her a.
You tell me shit like that, I get freaked out. I'm like, don't kidnap me.
With one ice cube.
And Greg looks at me because he knew what it was. Johnny Walker Blue, and you're like, he leans over very nonchalantly. He's like,
you sip that.
You do not, because I know nothing. So I'm like,
you sip that.
You give me a shot, I'm gonna shoot it, right? And
no, it was a glass.
I know, but Greg leans over, and he's like, that's like a $50 glass of scotch. So please don't shoot that. And I was like. I took the first sip and I was like, oh, good God, this is horrible. And I have to sip it. I think my palate's a little bit more refined now because I've had
You've
scotch
had
and whiskey,
over the past
like a little bit
years,
more.
yeah.
But that was probably my first time I've ever had scotch.
And it was good. Yeah. Well, I took a little.
He was a very nice
guy.
guy.
Sip it out of a straw.
No, I wasn't. I drank it out of a glass.
I took a little sip out of a straw.
But it had the coolest ice cube. It had that round ice cube.
Flavor. Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm big pimping
Just
right
get a
now.
little taste because he was like, "No, this is not for you."
Yeah, this is for your wife. For your beautiful wife. I'm like, dude, we're not.
He was there
people.
with his beautiful
he
wife
was.
too. So
we saw him at
the pool. We're like, that's the dude.
And he was still that color.
And he was this color. Yeah.
But everywhere now.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
It was a fun time. Rebecca Creek has good whiskey. We'll check it out. Yeah. Buchanan Scotch. We got whiskey and scotch, just classy is what Dan said. Hey, Dan, we've got your story coming up here in just a second. Yeah. All right. So we talked about Google working from home, but Dan's submission. Dan sent me a message.
Oh.
What? And it was pretty funny. So Dan Callan Adams, who's on the boards right now, he sent me. I'll post the article here in a little bit after the show. But he said Texas man divorces his wife by forging her name.
Was she not around, or she didn't want the divorce?
No, she had no idea.
Oh fuck!
If you go read the fucking article,
like he was like, "Surprise, we're divorced."
No, I don't think he even said fucking surprise. I think he just was like, "Fuck this bitch, I'm out." And was like, the dude is crazy as shit. I'll post it. The dude is crazy as shit looking. He got arrested.
Because he forged her name?
Yeah. Well, forgery and like, I don't know what other laws go into that, right? There's got to be a bunch, I would think. Don't think of it. I'll bag you. I swear. And I'll take all your money.
Damn it.
Take all your.
See what you made me do?
Oh,
it's
you
off
begged
topic.
into that. Makes me remember your dad hits the mics all the time. So I'm going to go back. Gives me a good segue. So thank you, Dan, for sending that in. If you have other goofy stories you want to talk about.
If you have fun stuff, like if you just come across something that's like, what?
Yeah. But I want to bring up real quick, we've got the Bar is Open last call. I did episode 3. This one was pretty fucking legit. Your dad told some DEA stories. If you guys know her dad, Casey, I know you're out there, dude, and I think you've met her dad.
Casey Evans?
Casey Evans.
I don't know if he's met my dad.
Or
probably at one of our parties.
Stories, but
one of our parties when they were in town. I'm sure probably.
Dude, the guy's got some stories. So
he did have a very exciting movie life.
He had a movie life. And we got in some stories that I hadn't heard.
Being his daughter growing up, I had no idea.
He said, yeah.
Until I was older.
You had, yeah, dude.
I'm sure my mom probably had somewhat of an idea, but I had no idea about his life until one time my mom was like, your dad's in Colombia. He won't be talking to us for 2 weeks. I'm like, what?
Right.
What?
So we got into how does he call, and how do you get in touch with your family just to let him know? So we get into a lot of these kind of like weird little details about life. Like how do you go undercover for so long? How do you switch it on and off?
Oh, dude.
We talk a lot about that. So we've still got 2 more that I think we're going to record.
You think you're going to be good at 6?
5. That'll be 5.
Oh, I thought you were doing 6 total.
No, I said 4 or 5. So we went through this past one was just the last.
Why do you set a number? Just because you're afraid you'll lose an audience if you get too many?
No, I mean if I can keep going with him, the guy can talk all fucking day.
Where do you think I get it from?
Yeah, we could do backup, but I just want him.
It's definitely not from my mom.
I want him to be able to tell his story, and that's really the goal of this thing. So, the goal of the last call is to bring attention to folks that have given a lot to the country.
They just have interesting. Really cool they've had an interesting life,
and that you might not hear about otherwise. So, anyway, tune in for that. That'll be coming up pretty soon, next couple weeks. I'll slow roll those out.
So let me segue to this. Now, how many episodes do you have on YouTube?
We're at 21.
So if I wanted to give it to a friend, because Dana, she's not on.
Go to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg.
Okay.
On YouTube, and just search The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg.
Okay. I should tell Dana because she's not on social media, but I think she'd get a hoot
page,
of it.
You can like it. You can subscribe to it. You can hit the little alert when a new video comes up or a new thing comes up. I'm getting them as fast as I can. I thought I would have them a couple weeks ago, but it.
Well, you also thought you'd have the OBS hooked up.
I've got the OBS
a week and a half ago.
This shit, when you're doing all yourself and you're working full time and you're doing everything else, like a lot of big companies or big podcasts have their own people
that are working full time.
Doing that shit.
I just like to give you shit because that's what I'm supposed to. I'm your wife.
That's why I got this fucking thing in here. I wanted to get this desk in here, and now I can start working.
Cool little table as soon as we get like
all this.
And then you're gonna build me where I can keep like my pins and stuff.
You'll have
I'm a doodler, guys. I have to have something in my hand, and I always have to be.
Oh, go out and watch the little video clip I made. She shot.
I haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it. I need to go find it.
Little pen cap. So keep tuning in, guys. Oh yeah, you watched the. Casey said yes. He said we watched the Spurs game at your old place. Absolutely.
Oh, that's right. Go Spurs, go.
Yep.
So the next one was the one I found. Yep. So this 99-year-old woman named Robina Osti in California is now the oldest flight instructor and pilot in the Guinness World Book of Records. She is 99 years old.
Is it just the oldest person? Pilot?
Oldest
male,
pilot
female,
and instructor. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's
oldest
awesome.
pilot and instructor. She's 99 years old out of California, and she did her last flight and instructor role on Sunday.
It's awesome.
And she did it because the before her it was 98. So
she was just like, fuck this.
Right. She's like, I just need one
How
more.
would you feel if you were the 98-year-old and you're like in a home?
Then you wait till you're 100 if you live that long and do it again.
And you're like,
but at that point, they might be like, no, you're not allowed.
Bitch.
She was
and they're friends,
also very.
And it's like, Margaret, don't do it. Margaret.
She also was very sharp. So it was really. I thought it was cool, and I really loved that it was a woman. So
hell yeah, that's fucking
hashtag
rad.
Girl Power.
Yeah, goddamn right.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you see just like old folks doing like jumping out of fucking planes.
I want to know what I'm going to be doing at 99.
Banging dudes,
sailing with hot sailors around me, and whiskey
you
or scotch.
Saving. I'm going to retire like next week. Just stop my 401k.
We have a goal. We have a goal. When you hit that goal, I don't care what age you are, you can retire, but you have to hit that goal first.
Shit. Or what?
Or you don't get to retire.
You're going to forge my name in a divorce.
Be like, for loss of financial responsibility.
Disagreement. Next, Belgium Zoo. Beth found a thing about a Belgium Zoo.
Awesome. So you guys know I'm a huge animal lover. Like I just love all animals.
You posted one last week about the Bengal tiger.
Yes.
Sumatran tiger.
Yeah. This one is a zoo in Belgium where you can stay overnight.
Melissa, what's up?
So they have actually got it over 100 plus rooms with personal views of animals.
Yeah.
Or animal habitats.
It's like. They built like a hotel around the thing, and it's got like
I'm assuming
thick-ass windows, so like if your little kid's sitting up against a window, like a tiger doesn't crash through.
I'm assuming it's probably in addition to the zoo. So like here's the regular zoo, right? And then they have the in part over here, and they probably have more enclosements or animal habitats where they like probably shuffle the animals around. But they have wolf habitats, bear habitats, sea lion, polar bears, and like
lions and tigers and bears. Oh my,
they do. And it's only $150 a night.
But it's in fucking Belgium.
I mean, you have to pay for the flight to get over there. But would that not be awesome?
And like probably like 12
and
trains.
It looked like a really nice. Like your room is not like ghetto.
Well, I wouldn't imagine. I don't think
it's a fucking zoo. I wonder if it stinks though, like a zoo.
No, they have like bulletproof glass in case the fucking tiger tries to get through. So sure.
Does he shoot a gun? Why's that got to be bulletproof instead of just really?
Because they can smash through shit, dude. Come on, man.
You watch too many movies.
No, have you seen the videos on like YouTube where like the little kids like taking?
Yes, I have.
Back, and then the fucking tiger goes
like,
that's not like trying to catch glass window.
No,
that is like
no shit, Sherlock, but it's not bulletproof.
It basically is. Hey, we have any bulletproof experts out here? Go do this. What's up, Brenna? What's happening?
Is it thickness?
Casey said Belgium's rad. Agreed. I've never been there. I'm just agreeing with you.
Love to go.
Kevin Raznak. I can't think of his fucking name. Kevin.
Raznak.
Pop bottle of Asti Spumante.
Ew.
Isn't that good?
No. I don't know. Maybe they have different. The Asti Spumante I bought growing up was $15.
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know either.
We used to steal MD 2020 from the grocery store.
Oh, that's horrible.
Mad Dog or T-Bird.
Well, now I'm drinking
Thunderbird.
this.
Remember that?
That's
why everybody used to throw up.
I think the first time, the only one ever, there was a wine that was horrible, but it was like $3. And I finally drank it.
Kevin said for Asti the pilot.
Oh. What about what?
Asti for the pilot.
Robina Osti. Yeah, Osti. Robina Asti.
There's 2 and 2. There you go.
I'm lost.
It took us a second.
I'm still lost.
You said by Asti Spumante, the champagne, for Asti Pilot.
Oh, for
see that?
Robina Asti. Da-dum-dum. We got
Strawberry.
it. Eventually.
Yep. See, Boons Farm.
Boons Farm. That's what it was.
Casey said Boons Farm.
I did end up throwing up that night.
Strawberry.
I did end up throwing that. Oh, Strawberry Mad Dog 2020?
No, just Boons Farm is.
Boons Farm is a wine, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and it's fucking gnarly.
Oh, no.
I remember when
we bought 3 bottles when I was in college for me and my 2 roommates so that we could drink it while we could drink it.
I remember when I'm
telling a story. Stop and wait. We bought it so we could drink it while we could get ready, and I literally think all 3 of us got sick that night.
Yeah, it's all fucking
horrible.
sugar. So I remember when I worked at the grocery store in New Hampshire. If you remember, Mad Dog had like this kind of curved bottle. Mad Dog. But do you remember the bottle?
Vaguely, like
it looked like a big
curved.
pint kind of thing, but it was, or whatever, but it was curved. Oh, and I was sitting in the back room, the storeroom, and I could see through the door, and I saw one of my buddy's little brothers show up. And I was like, I know what this motherfucker's doing. He's right in the liquor aisle, and I'm like, you are not of age, my friend. Nope, that's definitely not the right one. You know, that probably picked up on mine, right?
I know, it's all right. That's who I am.
But I walked out as he was putting it in there, and I was only like 16 years old.
Oh, that's right. You told me this story.
And I was like, motherfucker, what are you doing?
What's hilarious is because you did that all the time.
Not from my own store.
No,
and
that's the difference.
I did it when I was like 13 or 14.
And how old was he?
It's not any better, I'm just saying. But I actually
judge much?
Caught him doing it, and I gave him a shit ton of... My morals were flexible.
I'm Kettle.
Like 15, 16.
My morals were flexible.
And I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
You let him keep it?
That was what I was going to do.
Because you did it all the time.
No,
that's why you let him keep it.
I was like 13 or 14. Anyway, probably one of those fucking stories that I shouldn't have told, but I did. So, hey. Is there a statute of limitations 40, like 30 years later?
43, 44, 48? See how it feels?
Off, 40,
see how it feels?
54-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. See how it feels.
I'm going to be 40. How old? 44 next month?
44 next month.
No, in like 3 weeks. Dear, 2 weeks. Oh, my God.
Hashtag math.
I definitely don't act like it, and I don't feel like it, so fuck it.
I don't act 50. Yes, I do sometimes.
Once in a while. When she's reading your book.
Not even then.
I have to read this book.
Only time I feel 50 or act 50 is when I've had, and I told you today, I was like, I'm not on a huge
Purple
drinking
Passion.
thing.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine throwing that up? That'd be like Exorcist. That'd be like Exorcist.
Okay, we're going to go on a drink binge, or a drink side diatribe here. Dude, when I was a kid,
look at you
we used to go to the state park out in New Hampshire.
Wait for it.
And I had friends that would go out to the beach bars and like grab bottles of alcohol or whatever. However they got them. And then
you're leaving a lot out on that story because I know how they got them.
Then we would go out and we'd jump a fence and we'd get in this little area at the state beach. And New Hampshire has a good sized state beach, but like a little area that nobody ever goes to. Okay. We'd buy a brand new trash can.
Oh,
and then everybody would dump all the alcohol.
This sounds disgusting, by the way.
And everything. And they make, what was it called? Jungle juice or something like that? Trash can.
There's so many different things. Yeah, depends on where you grew up.
That would be a party. So that brings me back to the Purple Passion. Those were the days.
That's like Exorcist vomit. Like, because now it's purple and probably a projectile.
Pray if any of your kids, just keep your kids home and safe. We always made it home safe. I don't know how.
Back to like age. I told you today, you were like, what do you want to drink? I was like, I'm not really drinking that much right now because I'm on a light drinking hiatus. Because when we got wasted, like, it'll be 3 weeks ago on Saturday, I was hungover for 2 days. Every time that happens, it takes me like a month to get back to be like, I can have more than 2 or 3.
Was it the night we did the little shot things?
Nope. This is when we were with Robert and Dee.
Oh, it's their fault.
Dude, it was horrible.
Anyway, that's our little side.
So we need to.
We're going. All right. So movies.
Now, what made you decide this topic? Because
I just was thinking of shit.
I never see any of them. I never watch a lot of movies.
I was thinking that we're watching some old movies nowadays. Right?
Tommy Boy was on.
Right. Exactly. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's going long, but hey, dude. We
started late, but now we're at 40 minutes now.
So the movies you've never seen. So this is a funny ass thing because Beth, there's a whole shit ton of movies that Beth has never seen.
I'm
going to start with Casey's recommendation.
Casey
Evans. He thought this was a Rad Racing t-shirt.
What is Rad Racing?
Rad Racing was Nicole Kidman am I talking the right one? I think she was. In a BMX movie that took place in like the early 80s. So I was into skateboarding and BMXing.
You were a 909er?
No, that's a motocross thing.
Oh, okay.
So do you remember that movie at all?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think I saw Nicole Kidman until she was in like
total 80s music, and the dude
Days of Thunder.
He has to do this like backflip over the ramp to like win the race, and it's a whole fucking thing.
You're
we
so
will
animated.
watch it this weekend.
No, we won't. Sounds horrible.
Absolutely. It was Lori Loughlin. Thank you. It wasn't Nicole Kidman.
Lori Loughlin from Full House?
But wasn't Nicole Kidman in a BMX movie? I think she was. If we go back into her IMDb. I'm fairly certain she was in.
So no, I have not seen that. Let me just list the movies I haven't seen.
Okay.
I haven't seen Caddyshack.
Nope. Caddyshack, she's never seen.
I have seen Airplane.
Terrible human.
I have seen Airplane. It was horrible.
You saw Airplane?
I saw Airplane with Dana and Leanne. It was on TV one time, and I was like...
It was horrible?
It was horrible.
You're not American.
Leslie, what's his name? What was his name? Leslie Nielsen.
Come on.
It was horrible. I've not seen Animal House.
Days of Thunder.
I've not seen Animal House. I have seen Back to the Future. I don't think
there's Animal House.
If I've seen Back to the Future, everyone's seen Back to the Future. I did see Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Toxic Avenger. I'm not Ashura. I'll come in Italian.
This is a question.
Is that the guy that came out of the water all green?
No, that was
Swamp Thing.
The Swamp Thing. Have you guys seen the Toxic Avenger?
What? Who was in it?
So it's this kid that gets bullied. He gets dumped into this toxic, like 50-gallon vat. And he turns into this big, like, guy. And he pees, like, bright green stuff.
Is it like acid
pee or something? And he goes back after everybody. Case said, yeah, I knew you were going to do it. He goes back. He goes after everybody. And he, like, tears them apart. And he just, like, beats the living shit out of everybody. And he lives in, like, a trailer and, like, a...
Does he go back to normal ever? Or
No,
is he just like...
he's the toxic. They made like 2 or 3 or 4 of them.
That sounds horrible.
It's the Toxic Avenger. This is a classic 80s like...
No, classic 80s is like...
No.
Pretty in Pink.
I hadn't said classic 80s genre. I hadn't said that yet.
You
It's
said
a classic
80s.
80s like culty kind of film.
All right.
Right? Where it's just like goofy and dumb.
Well, wasn't like Pretty in Pink culty and Breakfast Club culty?
Kind of, but not really. Because those were very like... this was like... Dude had like 50 grand and went and made a movie. Oh. And he made it the Toxic Avenger. And
that's called sci-fi today. Sci-fi B movie is what that's called today.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. But only it was probably better than like Sharknado. Honestly.
I don't know. Sharknado was so good they made 4 of them.
No, that's Toxic Avenger, dude. They made like 4 of them. So.
And when I say it was so good, I'm saying that very
anyway,
tongue-in-cheek.
I just like making fun of Beth because I'll throw it on. I'll throw something on.
When I was growing up, I didn't watch TV. I literally watched TV on Saturday nights and watched Fantasy
Dance
Island and
Squad.
Love Boat. No, yes, but I also took 4 nights of dance lessons and piano and violin. And dude, I was the only girl. My parents were like, "You want to do this? Sure. You want to do this? Sure."
Swim lessons.
I didn't need swim lessons, bitch.
My dad just threw me in the pool.
My brother did that.
Held me under.
My brother Ben did that. He let me slide down the pool. We were on vacation and he was supposed to catch me down the slide, and I almost died. And he got in so much trouble. But I learned how to swim.
Goddamn right.
I learned how to swim, and then I became a frog.
Oh, so 2 more things real quick.
I did not watch either of these, by the way.
The 3-part docuseries on Netflix. So a couple Netflix things. 3-part docuseries. It's a mob docuseries, which was pretty good.
Called Fear City.
Called Fear City. It takes place. It's about all the like.
This
Gambinos
is after hours
and stuff like
viewing.
Yeah,
when I go to bed.
This is Greg.
This is when Beth goes to bed at 11:15.
Right. Pretty good if you want to watch a docu-series, something.
And you said it's like, because I was like, is it make-believe? You're like, no, when Giuliani was in office and he like cleaned up New York.
Yeah, and taking down all the mobs. But this is back in like the 70s and 80s and stuff. When Giuliani had hair, evidently, at one point.
I bet he was handsome then.
No.
Because he's kind of handsome as an old bald dude.
No, he's not. No, not at all. The other one, I'll call this a disturbing docu-series, was that fucking Jeffrey Epstein's Filthy Rich.
You're a bummer.
If you want to watch that, go for it. But that piece of shit,
a lot of people have watched it and
got
said it's
off
interesting.
Way too easy by suicide.
Was it suicide?
Whatever. Whatever. That motherfucker. The good. He
got out way too easy, really, dying before he went to court.
I will tell you one thing about this. The documentary is, or the docuseries is, it gave the voice back to a lot of the women, the victims, and that was it. I teared up,
and I'm sure that's probably why they did it,
and it was awesome. But
I won't watch stuff like that. It's too serious
of
for
shit.
Me.
I wish he was in jail and having the worst experience.
Well, now he's in hell, so it's okay.
I know.
I mean, anyway, he's miserable every day right now.
Because the reason I bring this one up, and I probably wouldn't have...
It's called Filthy Rich, apparently.
It's Filthy Rich, but the Ghislaine Maxwell, she just got picked up in New Hampshire after she'd been on the run for a long time. She was like one of his best friends
or something, right?
She was his
right-hand man.
Right-hand woman, right? And hooking him up with all the 14 and 16-year-olds and all that shit. It was fucking nuts.
She's going to die too, dude.
Yeah.
She's going to commit suicide.
I hope not. I hope not.
And you told me that they have their book in custody and they just said she can read it. And what did I say? I was like, it's mysteriously going to disappear.
I fucking hope not. I hope
there are too many people in there. There are presidents and senators and judges
there's all sorts
and royalty,
of people in there, man.
And there are people in there that will get fucked if that book opens up.
If you have a few hours, 4 hours, go watch it. I know it's a hard one to watch, but it is worth a watch. So, fun fact of the day.
1958, NASA was created.
How many years ago is that?
68, 78, 88, 98, 18, 62.
60.
Don't, I'm an Aggie. You cannot confuse me that way, sir. It takes me.
One.
Suck it.
62 years? 62 years ago, NASA was created.
No, not 62 years ago.
Is that what you just said?
No, 58.
62 years.
It's 12 years before I was born.
How old are you?
54. No, I'm kidding.
62 years, honey.
You want to die?
It's 62 years ago. 58 was 62 years ago. Carry the one.
1958, 10, 9, 9, 1.
You're going to do it again? Uh-oh.
Don't interrupt. The mathematician.
Oh, shit. We've got Einstein over here. You're actually doing math? 62 years, honey. Hey, guys, can you do 68 years?
You use your 58, 68, 78,
98,
88,
2008.
98, 18. It's 62.
This isn't one of those get you things either.
Fuck you. You're always get you things. You're with me. You're always get you. But yeah,
hey,
so it was created this day in history in 1958.
It's pretty cool. What they do? What does it say? Why they created it?
It's of course taking forever.
I believe Snake Plissken.
Spectrum. Oh, I love that Escape from New York.
Stop it. Keep moving.
And then the second one was like Escape from
L.A. and it was fucking awful. Escape from New York was,
but it was
rad.
Awful in a good way.
Escape from New York was the shit.
That's definitely like one of the B. I'm a sci-fi girl, guys. Like fantasy, sci-fi. I'm all in it, and so I loved it. Let's see. Congress passed legislation establishing the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Aeronautics
and Space Administration.
Okay.
A civilian agency responsible for coordinating America's activities in space.
Was it awesome?
Awesome. Both human and mechanical. Let's see.
Did you rewatch L.A.? Nice, dude. It is good. I saw it in a movie theater. I had to go up to New Hampshire, and I was by myself.
It's so bad, it's good.
And there's a little movie theater out in Portsmouth. It used to be. I don't even know if it's still there. It's in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Let's see.
Little tiny one. And my family friend used to work there, and I got to go see it. And he's like, "Go watch any movies you want." And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna go watch Escape from LA." Yeah, absolutely.
NASA was created in response to the Soviet Union's October 4th, 1957 launch of the first satellite.
Trini, what's happening? Go back and watch the beginning of the show, please.
183-pound basketball-sized satellite orbited the Earth 98 minutes. So that's why. It was in response to Soviet Union's launch of the Sputnik.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. But we made it on the moon for supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
I'm just kidding.
Stupid.
Dude, I believe it. Supposedly.
You also think the world is flat?
No, my brother does, though.
Are we going to go there?
We can invite his ass in. He can sit right there, and I'll talk shit about him the entire time.
All right, so feel good.
Feel good. Your dad surprised us. He just shows up as I'm carrying this motherfucking desk in here with buñuelos.
Oh, and thank goodness
Fresh
they're the chips and not the
buñuelos.
full ones because I've already eaten like 15 of them.
Have you really?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
You guys haven't had buñuelos? Go
Get
fry some tortillas.
Get some vanilla ice cream and then crumble them on top of it.
No, if you don't if you don't know what they are, it's basically fried tortillas.
Heaven. It's heaven.
And then you just pour cinnamon and sugar over it.
It's like cinnamon toast on tortillas.
It's like if you're from New England, it's like fried dough.
I'll take a picture of it
sugar.
and put it on the page.
It's just little thin, and then they break into chips.
And it's delicious. And I've literally had like 15 of them. And I'm like, he brought them because I've eaten too many of them. Like, and you bring them to me? You know? Come on, Dad.
I know. He just showed up and he brings a random box of fucking macaroni and cheese.
Because he was going to bring us barbecue, but the guy sold out of barbecue. So he was like, fucking, I'm still going to give you the mac and cheese.
Her dad's awesome. I love him. It's fun. So the other one is Beth's got a second feel good.
So a man honors a handshake from 28 years ago that if he or his friend won the lottery, they handshake that they would split it.
Yeah.
And the man... One of the guys won it.
Like any time in their life?
In their lifetime. Anytime in their lifetime.
That's a good
on a handshake.
Friend.
It wasn't even anything written down. It was a handshake agreement between gentlemen that if either of them ever won the lottery, they would split
That's some shit right there. Were they still friends?
Yep.
I mean, like they've been lifelong friends?
Tom Cook and Joe Feeney shook hands in 1992, swearing that either of them won the Powerball jackpot, they would split the winnings no matter who brought the ticket or who bought the ticket.
If I've ever shaken your hand and I've said anything,
I'm null and voiding that option. I'm vetoing it. No, I'm kidding.
Fairly certain.
Never.
Just write some shit down. Like,
and then sign your
forge
name.
my signature and then forge Beth's. And I'll get divorced and we'll just split that shit even.
But, so it says Tom of Elk Mound was frozen when he realized the Powerball ticket he bought was 22 million jackpot winners.
God damn. So he gets
if they do...
Say he gets a half of that after taxes.
If they do, let's say they get 12 or 15, they're each going to get 6 million. I mean...
God damn, that's
amazing.
And
they're a little bit older, but they're still definitely an age where they can enjoy it.
They can just go out and buy yachts and...
Well, hopefully they aren't stupid about it like most winners are.
I'd buy a yacht.
He said he called me.
I'd pay off the house and I'd buy a yacht.
He said afterwards he called Joe
we don't even go upstairs
to tell him the news, and Joe is apparently an avid fisherman, couldn't believe it. He said, I thought he was joking and jerking my bobber. And that's when I'm
going to use that. And then, Casey, everybody that works where we work, you need to try and use that in a meeting. Hey, are you jerking my bobber?
No, you can't use that in a work meeting.
Are you jerking my bobber?
Somebody will be like,
God damn it. Steve,
it's hilarious.
You jerking my bobber again?
So Tom gave his 2-week notice and retired upon learning the news.
I fucking would give I'm sorry. You need if you win.
Neither of them have extravagant plans for the winnings.
This is the extra
Both
catch.
took home $6 million.
If we win, then you have to do it before you can collect your portion of it.
What, say bobber? Say somebody's jerking my bobber?
Are you jerking my bobber?
Nobody's ever going to get to use it.
On Zoom, naked.
So yeah, they each got $6 million, which I thought was kind of cool.
If you're going to win $5 million, I'd be naked saying, are you jerking my bobber?
You'd be like the orange on the Captain Jack commercial.
It wouldn't even matter at that point if you're throwing
And by the way, that's my favorite commercial right now.
It's all good. So, hey, it's the end of it, dude. You guys...
We went a little long. We went about 55 minutes tonight.
Much.
So hopefully we're at
it.
least entertaining.
Ian, come get a beer, dude.
After we eat dinner, or come eat dinner with us because you're a bachelor for a week. So.
Yeah, you're a bachelor for a week. Cheers, Evan. Appreciate you.
Evan.
Love you. Miss you.
Cheers, guys. We love you guys.
Thanks to the military, first responders, frontline folks, all of you for everything. Without you guys, none of this is possible. And cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Have a great Wednesday. Great rest of your Wednesday. Take care.